Alright, today we're going to do a comparison between our PTS version ASAP and the regular version ASAP. Take this out. Now, go ahead and point this out. When you get the Magpul ASAP, a regular version, I don't know if you can tell. There we go. It's got a Magpul logo and another Magpul logo. And of course, it's got the slot. Biggest difference, you got your stamp, production stamp, and an O2. I'm not sure what that means. And then your PTS, no production stamp. You have your PTS logo and your Magpul logo. Well, again, like I said, the biggest difference you can tell besides the timestamp is that one has this dash, one has a notch. Alright, another thing you get with your Magpul, you get two different ones, little nubs that fit inside. Now, this is supposed to make it easier, and I'm actually disappointed with Magpul because they took something that's really easy when it comes to installing one of these sling plates, end plates, and they've complicated it beyond all belief. Now, the instructions on your ASAP is going to tell you, I'm going to do it sideways. You stick it on there, then you put your buffer tube in, then you drop, see how the needle knows, you drop one of your two little tabs in. Now, I've tried this when we installed it, and it's a nightmare. A royal freaking nightmare. Magpul, why did you take something so simple and make it so complicated? Granted, you only have to do it once, but if you're like us and you're constantly trying different stocks, it's I'd lose that, and it wouldn't be worth a darn after that. I guess it still would, because this insertion plate works just fine. So that's it. There's the difference. The finish, this has got a more rugged feel to it. It actually feels like it's coated with something. This feels more like it's anodized. I think it's more painting. So it's got a smoother finish to it. Now, we haven't had any problems with rusting. We've had them on our rifles out in the rain, and so far we haven't noticed anything like that. But and weight difference, I can't tell. Honestly, without a scale, they feel identical. So let's move this out of the way. I'll see that online shortly. ASAP, take your plate off. Let's see, there's a tab. This is a mil-spec tube, by the way, and there's the tab right there. Oh. Now, one thing to note, since it does have the tab and a removable little piece, back your castle nut as far back as you can before you thread it on, because these little notches will hit your lower receiver. So, you know, if you cant it just to back a little bit, it slides on just right. And you slide it up, this little notch pops right in your lower receiver. Thread your castle nut up, and you're in business. Tighten it down. And we'll do it again. This is a commercial spec. You can tell the difference between, let's see, I'll take this piece off. Alright, you can tell the difference between the mil spec and the commercial spec. Mil spec drops from thread height to the tube. It's actually, the tube's lower, and commercial spec with thread height is the same as the tube. That being said, commercial spec tubes are bigger. and mil-spec tubes, a little smaller around. I doubt you can tell the difference from looking at it, but anyway, there it is. There's our 2 tubes, and our ASAP. That works with both. We've got a satisfaction guarantee. If you're not 100% satisfied, send it back for a full refund. It doesn't get any better than that. Alright guys, if you got any questions, comments, hit us up at sales@4guytactical.com. This is Mac, and that's a wrap.